We are going to get started. First of all, my apologies for being late. The Workforce Center, we had some technology issues, but of course, with assistance and working as a team, we are able to move forward. So I wanted to thank everybody for being with us today. My name is Linda Roberts. I'm an RN. I'm the manager of the Illinois Nursing Workforce Center. Welcome to the webinar, Are You a Nurse Wanting to Educate Future Nurses? Okay, now it won't go to the second slide. I want to go to the second, well, maybe I'll, there we go. The Nursing Workforce Center is teaming up with higher education institutions across the land of Lincoln to bring you a series of free webinars about the graduate faculty nursing education programs in Illinois for you to consider. We want you to explore the programs and find the right one for you. Today's webinar will highlight in alphabetical order 4 programs: Governor State University, Methodist College, Northern Illinois University, and St. Anthony College of Nursing. The webinar is being taped and will be available on YouTube. Okay, I'm trying to go to the third slide. Let me see if I can go to the third slide. Oh, let me go. There we go. A bit of background on the Nursing Workforce Center. The Illinois Nursing Workforce Center, formerly the Illinois Center for Nursing, is Article 75 of the Illinois Nurse Practice Act and was created in 2007. The Workforce Center's mission is to advocate and ensure for the appropriate nursing resources necessary to meet the healthcare needs of the citizens of Illinois. As part of the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation, IDFPR, it's the only health policy board within the state regulatory agency. The advisory board meets 6 times a year. Next slide, and let's hope I can move this forward. Okay, it's not moving forward. And I'm just going to keep talking because we have other things to get to. So hopefully it will move forward shortly, or we'll just worry about it later. The Nursing Workforce Center website address is nursing.illinois.gov. We hope the address is easy to remember. The website has useful information and resources. The website, nursing.illinois.gov, includes education, license renewal, and more resource information. For example, there are license renewal continuing education fact sheets for LPNs, RNs, and APRNs. There are lists and links to all Board of Nursing approved pre-licensure nursing education programs, all baccalaureate completion programs physically located in Illinois, and 90% of the courses are available online. All graduate nursing education programs located in Illinois are also, there are links on the website. There are data and reports, all voluntary RN, LPN, APRN post-license renewal reports from 2014 to the present, and a few older reports. There are links to the IDFPR license renewal portal, endorsement applications, open faculty positions in Illinois, and Illinois nursing education programs, and more. Some of the work of the Nursing Workforce Center is through partnerships. The Nursing Workforce Center works with state agencies, nurses associations, nursing education programs, employers, and state and national foundations to focus efforts on the Nursing Workforce Center. For example, the Illinois Board of Higher Education IBHE Nurse Educator Fellowship Program annual $10,000 salary stipend application is in the fall. We're currently working on the end of grant report and the recognition event. The Illinois Student Assistance, my slides won't go forward. The Illinois Student Assistant Commission ISAC Annual Nursing Education Scholarship Program. Okay, well, it wasn't doing that for me. Okay, on that, leave it on that one. Thank you. The Nursing Education Scholarship Program, NESP, has been around since 1993. It's funded through nurse license renewal fees, and beginning in 2022 was transitioned from IDPH, the Illinois Department of Public Health, to ISAC. The Nursing Education Scholarship Program application is open through April 30th. The Workforce Center website has a tab, Resources / Financial Aid Scholarships and Grants. It has information and a link to the NESP. The Illinois Healthcare Action Coalition has leadership partnerships with ANA Illinois and the Illinois Organization of Nurse Leaders, and the IHAC partnerships with the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. Ooh, this is cool. The slides are moving forward. The Nursing Workforce Center website includes links to Illinois post-licensure and graduate education programs, the baccalaureate completion nursing education programs, graduate nursing education programs, graduate nursing education focus areas leading to system-focused roles, and a grid linking the roles to the colleges and universities. There is also graduate nursing education advanced practice specialization, a grid sharing which colleges and universities have the different APRN roles in the different specialty areas. The website also has additional resources. See, now it's not working. Okay, well, the next slide shows that the Nursing Workforce Center website has a tab, License / Renewal, which will take you to the IDFPR Nurses page, which has a link for license renewal as well as resources. Some say it's easier to get to the IDFPR website from going through the Nursing Workforce Center website, the nursing.illinois.gov. So the IDFPR Nursing Workforce, the IDFPR website has things such as how to print a copy of your license or to download it onto your phone, how to change your address, as well as different resources and other license renewal resources. A reminder that license renewal is every other year, and there are a few different resources on the website. I can't seem to make this go forward, but thank you very much. This last slide has my contact information, and now we go to Dr. Nancy McMullen from Governor State University. So let me close this out. Do I close the top out too? Yeah, because you know what I want? Okay, do we see?
I see it.
Slideshow.
I see this one large slide and the rest on the side, so it's not slideshow yet.
I'm clicking on slideshow from the beginning. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. I am Nancy McMullen from Governor State University. Welcome and thank you, IDFPR peoples, for this wonderful opportunity to talk about our programs. Why choose teaching? Next slide. Oh, there it is. I see it.
Can you make it go forward? If not, I'm going to have to get someone to help.
I've got to share screen.
I have my screen up. If you'd like, I can start. I can take it from here.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have a better.
Diane, can you make them go forward? I couldn't.
Okay, let's see. Uh-oh. Give me a second here, ladies. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Let me go see if Dee, because when Dee came by, she just touched it and it moved forward. There we go. There's slide number 2. Let's hope.
All right. Why choose teaching? Sometimes you choose teaching, and I'll give you the reasons why you might want to do that. Or like in my case, teaching chose me because one of the instructors had a difference of opinion with the dean and the instructor left. So guess what? I got to be a teacher, which was interesting. So I learned as a neophyte, and the journey has been amazing. So, but if you decide to choose teaching, why would you choose it? Well, because there's satisfaction in sharing nursing knowledge. I always had a wonderful time with my undergraduate basic students, particularly the males, because I taught OB, and to watch them work with babies was just, and to finally get the knowledge and confidence was just really great. So there's satisfaction also in utilizing the clinical expertise that you have garnered throughout the years before approaching teaching. You can prepare future generations of well-prepared teachers. Your teaching excellence through sharing of educational experiences. So I found that particularly interesting in sharing my experiences with students, or that's also called narrative pedagogy. Isn't that neat? So we can share experiences with a very fancy name, narrative pedagogy. So what are some of the pathways to becoming an educator in nursing? That would be the next slide. Very good. You need an advanced degree, master's in nursing education, and master's with nursing education prepares you to work in a RN to BSN program and a basic baccalaureate program. For further degrees, you'll want to get a PhD, EDD, or doctorate in some related field. Well, we have our master's with options, family nurse practitioner, and the clinical nurse specialist. The family nurse practitioner's option really is for graduates to work in primary care. But of course, we need teachers to educate the future generations of family nurse practitioners or any nurse practitioner. Clinical nurse specialists. Clinical nurse specialists can do primary care, but most of the time they work in an education part of a healthcare facility, teaching items that will relate to clinical expertise for the staff and to impart future knowledge to the staff. So one of the newer degrees, and it's not that new anymore, is a doctorate of nursing practice. And that really was created to provide extra experience for the nurse practitioner. But many people are now utilizing that, as we do too, for nursing education. And as I said, if you are interested in nursing science and research, you would want to obtain a PhD. Next slide. At Governor State, we have pathways to education with our Masters of Science and Nursing Clinical Nurse Specialist option. And as I said, although foremost in the process, FNPs can also be educators. The DNP, we have 4 roles, one of which is a practitioner educator role. And so we have courses to prepare our DNP graduates to teach. Next slide. The requirements for admission, and these are all on our websites. For the MSN, it's a BSN or BS with a major in nursing from an accredited program. To have completed the following courses or their equivalent: nursing research, nursing statistics, and health assessment. You would need a cumulative GPS of 2.5 or higher in all undergraduate courses, a GPA of 3.0 in upper division nursing courses, and meet the specific degree requirements. Next slide, please. The required courses that you would take is pathophysiology, nursing theory, health assessment, healthcare policy, clinical issues in advanced practice nursing, advanced nursing research. There are 4 clinical courses which lead up to 540 clinical hours. Okay, why 540 clinical hours? Well, because the nursing organization that oversees nurse practitioners and clinical nurse specialists currently are requiring 500, at least 500 clinical hours for the masters and 1,000 for the DNP. So that soon will be changed from 540 to 750. Next slide, please. Our Doctorate of Nursing practice, we were one of the first programs in Illinois to have a DNP program, but we were only recently accredited by ACEN, our accrediting agency, because at the time we put our program together, doctoral programs were not required to be accredited. They really are now, and so we are. So happy to announce that we are accredited. It is a practice doctorate as opposed to the PhD, which is a research doctorate. It requires clinical hours, and there are four roles: community, mental health, direct practice, where you would do your FNP at the doctoral level or CNS at the doctoral level, nursing administration, and I can't remember the last one, but there are four roles. Nursing administration. Next slide, please. The DNP admission requirements, graduate from an accredited baccalaureate or master's program in nursing. We do have, and we're putting together to implement our BSN to DNP. A minimum nursing GPA of 3.5 on a 4-point scale, evidence of current RN license, and a personal statement. What are your goals and what's your rationale for wanting to be in the program? And I'm ready for the next slide. Validation of previous nursing clinical hours, and an application deadline is May 1st. And next slide. Our core courses are from 44 to 47 hours, and we have role development courses for the practitioner, educator, community behavior, leadership administration, and direct practice. And next slide. Now, qualities of a good teacher. I've worked with many teachers. I've been a student a lot of times, at least 3 degrees, and a couple of certifications. You have to be approachable. And so this means that dressing nicely, but not too formally, and be able to answer students' questions and make them feel that they can approach you. So you have to be fair and grading. And of course, students always want to know why they got the grade they did. So you can't feel threatened by something like that. That's just the way that students need to have their questions answered. And you need to engage the students. So not only personally, but in coursework. So creating assignments or activities in the courses that have students participate. Be available and visible. I mean, you don't have to eat lunch with them, but be available for office hours or for appointments, and be knowledgeable about your topic. Next slide. Thank you for letting me share my experience. I do have to tell you, I've had a great career, and when I was starting nursing, I won't tell you back when, but nobody thought about career. So I just kind of fell into teaching, and actually after I fell into it, I fell in love with it. And that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Let's see if I can make it to the next group of slides. Close this one. Oh, Lord, there I still am there. The next person is Dr. Teresa Schwindenhammer in Methodist College.
I need to put my slides up.
I'm trying to open your slides, so
Okay.
I'm hopeful I can get this going here.
Okay.
Okay, I might need help with this. Okay, so now I go slideshow from the beginning. Okay. Do you see your first slide, Dr. Schwindenhammer?
No.
I think you have to hit share.
I do, or
No, Linda does. I think she unshared.
You don't see it?
Mm-mm. No.
Okay,
Linda,
let's try this.
I'll take it from here. I'll go ahead and share it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna start sharing.
Slideshow. Slideshow at the top and then yeah, there we go. That should give you the whole screen.
Okay, I'm Dr. Teresa Schwendenhammer, and first of all, I'd like to thank IDFPR for allowing this opportunity to speak about our programs. I'm a professor of nursing and the coordinator of graduate programs at Methodist College that's affiliated with Unity Point Health at the present time, but we're getting ready to change to be with Carle Healthcare. And we are located in Peoria, Illinois. Next slide. A little bit about our college. We have been involved in nursing education for over 123 years. Methodist Episcopal Church opened the Deaconess Home and Hospital to train nurses in the 1900s. And then in 1968, we actually became Methodist School of Nursing. And we had a nursing training program. And then in 2000, Methodist School of Nursing became Methodist College so that we could offer the BSN degree. And then in 2015, we established our nurse educator graduate program. Next slide. So why Methodist? Well, we're accredited by the Higher Learning Commission and CCNE. We have a very supportive learning environment. We have small class sizes, anywhere from 4 to 6 students. And we have courses in both the Educator and the MSN Generalist that are offered online. They are 8-week courses. And then at the end, the students do an internship and they get to work with the seasoned nursing faculty here at the college. And we actually pair our students with a nurse educator so that they can work side by side with them educating our BSN students. So that's nice that we get the practicum for the students arranged. Some places don't do that. Next. So we have several different options that we offer here at Methodist College. The first one is our Masters of Science in Nursing pre-licensure. This program started in 2019, and we have anywhere from 18 to 20 students each fall that are admitted to this program. And then we have the Masters of Science in Nursing Generalist option. And this option is for someone who doesn't necessarily want to be a nurse educator in an academic setting. They could be a nurse educator in a hospital setting, or they could be a nurse manager, because we do offer courses in nursing management for that option. Then we have the Masters of Science in Nursing Nurse Educator, and these students can either be a nurse educator in an academic setting, or they can be a nurse educator in a hospital or other healthcare institution. We have the nurse educator postmasters, and this person would have to hold an RN license, and then they could come here and get a postmaster certificate. We actually put this program into place because many of our Masters of Science in Nursing pre-licensure students, when they finish their pre-licensure program, they decide they want to go into nursing education, and so they come back and get their postmaster certificate. Next. So the plan of study for our pre-licensure program, it's a 5-semester curriculum, and it's very much in line with what we have for our pre-licensure, but they also take many of the graduate courses as well, so they can easily do that postmasters if they decide to do that at the end of this program. And in this program, one thing that's different from our regular BSN is they get 700 clinical hours, which is more than what our pre-licensure get. Next slide. This is our plan of study for a generalist. It's a total of 35 credits. They take 20 credits from our foundational courses, which are theories, roles and issues, leading change, informatics, evidence-based practice, statistical analysis, and internship. And then they can take graduate nursing elective courses to get that other 15 hours. And those courses are like strategic planning, HR, performance evaluation, and leadership and management. Next slide, please. Our plan of study for the nurse educator, again, is those MSN foundational courses. They'll do 20 hours of those, and then they take 15 hours of nurse educator courses. And in this program, we do look at curriculum and development. We look at assessment and evaluation. And of course, they would take the 3 Ps as well, which is health assessment, advanced pharmacotherapy, and advanced patho. And then they would also learn about the roles of the nurse educator, and they would do a nursing internship. Next slide. And this is our postmaster's plan, and it is 23 hours to get the certificate. Because they would have taken a lot of these courses in their master's program. So next slide, please. The application process for the Master's of Science Nurse Educator and Generalist, they would have to submit an application, pay the application fee of $50, submit their official transcripts from previously attended colleges and universities. They would need to provide 2 letters of reference. One could be personal and one needs to be academic. They would complete and send all their documents to our Office of Admissions, and we admit primarily in fall and spring. And our fall deadline is April 15th, and our spring deadline is September 15th. Next slide. The admission requirements: you must hold a baccalaureate degree in nursing from a regionally accredited institution with a nationally accredited program. You have to have an earned cumulative GPA of at least 3.0 in your baccalaureate program. We do admit people with 2.5s on conditional admission. They would have to write a letter to our Dean of Nursing in order to get into that program. And go back. And then in our, go back one more. And then in our pre-licensure MSN program, they do have to hold, they have to have a B or higher in their 2 anatomy courses and their microbiology. That's a requirement for that program. Next slide, please. For postmasters, you have to have an earned master's degree in nursing with an accumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher from a regionally accredited institution with a nationally accredited graduate nursing program, and have a current RN license. Next slide. More information, you can contact me, and here's my contact information, or our Office of Admissions. And I also have here our recruitment coordinator information. If you would like to choose Methodist, we would love to have you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Diane I'm certain she did that much better than me, so she'll be working on getting the slides for Northern Illinois University. Dr. Catherine Coulter.
Thank you.
Diane, you're getting the slides?
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing it right.
Thank you all very much. I greatly appreciate your patience. And my niece is a graduate of Northern.
Oh, wonderful. I like to hear that.
So thank you for, and she's still working, so that's a good thing, school nurse. Okay, my
Well,
apologies.
that's wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, ready for me?
Yes?
Here we go. Okay. Well, I'm Dr. Kate Coulter. I am the Director of Graduate Nursing Studies at Northern Illinois University. I'm also an assistant professor here. And I also thank the IDFPR for inviting us to speak on our Master's of Science in Nursing Education program today. Next slide. Thank you. So I wanted to share a little history of NIU. NIU, we are a public research university. We're about 60 miles west of Chicago, founded in 1895, and we recently celebrated our 125th anniversary in 2020. Our main campus is in DeKalb, Illinois, but we do have a few satellite locations, Rockford and Naperville. And we have 7 degree granting colleges, and that includes the College of Health and Human Sciences, where nursing is located. And our School of Nursing was established in 1959. We've grown to 7 programs since then. We are led by a chair of our department with 2 directors, the director of nursing, graduate studies and undergraduate studies, excuse me. We have PhD, EDD, DNP faculty who are on our tenure track and clinical track, and we have over 40 master's prepared nursing faculty. So we offer the traditional BSN, the RN to BS completion program, our Masters of Science, which is our nursing education and family nurse practitioner programs, a bachelor's to DNP with an FNP specialization, and we hope to grow this track or program, and then postmaster's certificate in nursing education and a postmaster's DNP. So why choose Northern Illinois University? We have an extremely caring and supportive faculty. We have dedicated student advisors, very small class sizes, and online coursework, which is great for the adult learner, especially in our grad program when many of them are working nurses, or you are all working nurses. We are CCNE accredited, and faculty who teach on campus also teach in our online program. So it's nice you get to either see us on campus or online. Being a public school, we have a lower cost and many professional growth opportunities for our students where they can get involved. We have a Beta Omega chapter of Sigma, building a professional portfolio. We allow a lot of opportunities for networking and research with faculty, writing opportunities, many different service opportunities, and committee involvement. We generally on all of our committees, we have students student representation. We offer a great work-life balance with the flexibility of our online programs and rolling admissions. So our mission and vision at NIU are visions to be an engine for innovation, to advance social mobility, promote personal and professional and intellectual growth, and transform the world through research, artistry, teaching, and outreach. And our mission is to empower students through educational excellence and experiential learning as we pursue knowledge to share our research and artistry and engage in communities for the benefit of the region, state, nation, and world. So I thought that was important to share. So let's talk about our nursing education program. We offer a convenient online graduate program leading to a Master's of Science in Nursing with a specialization in nursing education. And our students will be prepared for many roles in nursing education, include educating at the baccalaureate and associate degree levels and serving as educators in healthcare facility. And this is just a couple of different opportunities for our graduates. And I probably should have mentioned here that our DNP graduates can also, teach at the doctoral level. So that's an exciting opportunity for our students. Next. So our admission criteria, our students must, of course, have current licensure as a registered nurse in the state of Illinois, a bachelor's degree in nursing from an accredited program with a minimum 3.0 GPA for their last 60 hours in their bachelor's program. They also write a written goal statement for us, with 3 professional letters of reference, and then they'll be reviewed by our nursing graduate admissions committee. Our nursing ed students must have at least 2,000 hours of clinical practice in a specialty area within the 3 years prior to admission. We do not require a GRE, so I did want to note that for admission into the graduate program. And the admission criteria can also be found in the graduate catalog. This is a hyperlink. I'm not sure if we're sending out these slides, along with the guidelines for writing the goal statement. So we give some tips and areas of focus for the goal statement, as well as selecting 3 professional references. So our curriculum is 41 credits. We have core courses with educational statistics, or they can decide to take biostatistics and public health or biostatistical analysis, but one of these courses. 601, our transition to graduate level nursing, and our students also take the 3 Ps, pathophys, pharmacology, and physical assessment. They take 604, which is evidence-based practice in nursing. The 3P courses also include the lab component, which you see here is 607, and then advanced nursing leadership, population health, and informatics for evidence-based nursing. Then they go on to their specialty courses, which is nursing 603, which is one of our 3 practicums, our direct care practicum, foundations in nursing education 1 and 2. And then they have a classroom setting practicum, a clinical setting practicum, and a final capstone project. So our practicum requirements, again, we have 3 practicums: direct care, education in the classroom setting, and then also education in the clinical setting. And the practicum hours for these 3 courses, the time dedicated is 306 total, but each of the courses vary just slightly, but in the end, they end up with 306 practicum credit hours, or not credit hours, practicum contact hours. Students will complete their internship in a setting with a nurse educator who is prepared with a minimum of a master's degree in nursing. They must have at least 2 years of teaching experience, and our preceptors need to have taught the course in the setting for at least 1 year for our students to be assigned to them. And many of our students work with our own faculty here right on campus. We do offer many scholarships and many financial aid opportunities at the university. One in particular I wanted to note was our Winter Scholarship, where we give priority to our DNP and nursing ed applicants. And we give students up to $10,000 per year for applying for that scholarship. This year we gave over $200,000 in scholarships to our nursing students. Oh, we're already at questions. So to learn more about our MSN program, again, I've included a hyperlink directly to our website. And if you have questions, you can certainly contact me. I'm the Director of Graduate Nursing Studies. And then our academic advisor, Sarah Lyons, and both of our emails are here for you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for including us. We're very appreciative of that.
We thank you, Dr. Coulter and Northern Illinois University, and we are now going to move to Dr. Elizabeth Carson at St. Anthony College of Nursing. We appreciate all of you today and your patience with this adventure, but we're getting it taped and all your slides, so that's the important part.
I'll get it.
That's my end goal.
I'll get it up and running in just a second, Nurse Linda.
Okay. Thank you.
We know. We thank you. We appreciate this.
Technology doesn't always work as fast as we want it to.
As long as it gets it to us, we will be doing okay. See? Dr. Carson. And I'm an old nurse, used to team nursing, so I made sure that everyone who would be here today would have all the same resources that I did, just in case. And I think that's a good thing, since it seems like when Diane puts up the PowerPoint, she's able to move things, the slides forward better than I was. So we'll get that going. Diane, if you need me to do something, let me know.
There we are. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. Once again, just like everybody else has mentioned, thank you to IDFPR for inviting all of us here to talk about the opportunity to educate yourself to become a nursing faculty in this great state and in this great career as well. I'm Beth Carson. I'm the Dean for Undergraduate Affairs here at St. Anthony College of Nursing in Rockford, Illinois. Next slide. There we go. We've not been around quite as long as Methodist College, but we have been around for quite a few years. We started in 1915 as a diploma program through the Sisters of the Third Order of St. Francis, which is located in Peoria. And in 1989, we started our transition to offering a BSN program. In 1990, we became St. Anthony College of Nursing. And for many years, we just had our bachelor's program, but in 2006, we launched our Master's of Science in Nursing Education, or Master of Science program. And nursing education was one of our initial tracks and continues to be a strong track here at the college. We've expanded now to have a DNP. And in 2017, we moved to our main campus, which is actually on the campus of Rock Valley Community College in Rockford. So we have a campus here and we have another campus in town. We have a strong mission statement. We continue to be associated with the Sisters of the Third Order of St. Francis. So we have very strong ties to Francis of Assisi. And we're very proud to say that we're a private Catholic college. And our goal, obviously, is to provide quality nursing and healthcare education. Next slide. Oops. So here's our facilities. On the right, you can see our Guilford Square building, which is actually, we have the basement of a OSF medical group building where we have a large auditorium. We have several simulation and debriefing areas. We have our skills lab that we use primarily for our brand new students as they learn those foundational skills. We have an additional classroom, and then we have a commons area. And our main campus, we have 1.5 floors. We have the 4th floor and half of the 3rd floor of this brand new health science center on the campus of Rock Valley College. So all of our faculty offices are there. We have a number of classrooms. We have a number of we have an assessment lab. We also have some what we call doctoral labs or standardized patient rooms that we use in our advanced practice programs. We have some simulation, a computer lab. This is where our Learning Resource Center is located, and we have conference rooms and a student lounge. So it's a wonderful opportunity to be on this campus. In fall of 2022, we had a total of 242 students. 157 of them are pre-licensure BSN, and we do accept full-time and part-time students. We had 24 RN to BSN, 16 MSN students, 1 postmaster's certificate student, and 44 DNP students. Most of our pre-licensure students do attend full-time, but as I said, we do accept part-time. And our BSNs, RN to BSN students and our graduate students are all part-time students. So we do have our BSN and we have our RN to BSN. And then those are our undergraduate programs. And then we have a number of graduate programs. So we have MSN as well as DNP. And piggybacking on what Nancy said way at the beginning of this presentation, one of the reasons that I went into nursing education is that somebody said to me, you know, you can really impact more patients by being a nurse educator than you ever could by continuing to be a bedside nurse. And that's kind of something that has stuck with me for many, many years. So I think that's another way to look at the impact of nursing education. Next slide. So we do have our learning outcomes that we have at our baccalaureate as well as our graduate level, and they are focused on Christian values, communication, critical thinking, the use of evidence-based practice, clinical competence, being a leader within the role, and also professionalism. So this is what we expect of our students when they graduate. In our DNP program, we do have family nurse practitioner. We have adult gerontology, either a primary care or an acute care nurse practitioner. We have postmasters in leadership and macro and micro health systems. And we also have a clinical leadership track. For our MSN program, we are CCNE accredited, and we just had a visit the beginning of February for our BSN and our MSN programs. That went well, so we're very excited about that. We are aligned with the Essentials of Master's Education from 2011, and we are, just like most nursing programs across the nation, we are working on getting in step with the new essentials that are out there. Our MSN program is a mixture of in-seat and synchronous online learning. So we do have, or I should say asynchronous online learning. We do have a hybrid approach, and most students that come here do come because of that hybrid. They still want that face-to-face interaction with a faculty member. So obviously that does mean that a lot of our students do come from this region. Depending on which program you're in, it's anywhere from 39 to 55 credit hours. And we do have very flexible program plans. We know that especially for these students that are already out in the work world, life happens, and sometimes you need to take a little break or you need to decrease to one class a semester, and we work very closely with our students to do that. And we do admit 3 times a year, and we have rolling admission. As far as our some of our MSN programs, we do obviously have the nurse educator. Like I said, that's been around since we started our master's program. We do have a clinical nurse leader program, and we actually have 2 faculty who are clinical nurse leaders. We have family nurse practitioner, and then we have adult gerontology, primary care, and acute care. And with some of these programs, we also have the ability for somebody to come in as an ADN, take a few what we call bridge courses, and get right into the MSN for the nurse educator and the CNL. We also have our postmaster's certificate. So we have that in adult gero primary and acute care, family nurse practitioner, and in our nurse educator. We also, as I stated, we have our ADN to MSN curriculum. So the student would take 4 RN to BSN courses, helps us meet those AECN essentials. They would also take their MSN core courses and then get into their specialty track courses, one of which is a nurse educator. So this, we call these our bubble charts. I know it's a little bit hard to read on the screen, but it does kind of give you an idea about the curriculum overall. In terms of the nurse educator courses, you know, they're pretty traditional. We do assist the students when they get to that practicum, and I think that's absolutely a plus for our program. They do have the opportunity to do some electives along the way as well. Next slide, yeah. And then this is for if the student were to do the ADN to MSN. The bubble chart obviously looks a little bit different because there are some of those more core BSN courses that they would have to take. So we do have the indirect care practicum in our advanced pathopharmacology, 50 hours. They might spend it with an APRN, might spend some time with pharmacy as well. Introduction to teaching course, they have 100 hours. And then when they get to that academic focus, they have 100 hours as well. And then we do, of course, because we're accredited, we do have our direct care practicums. So, you know, we have the students working in that specific clinical area where they have their clinical experience and where they will probably be continuing once they graduate and work in an educator role. And we do help the students. A lot of our students do their practicums here, but we also have some of our area colleges that are more than happy to have our students as well when they're doing those practicums. And after graduation, we often hire our graduates as well. So here's our admission criteria. They're pretty straightforward. We do want, obviously a 2.8 GPA on a 4.0 scale. We do have an application. We do want a resume and a CV, evidence of their licensure. And we do want them to submit a statement, but it's fairly brief, 250 to 500 words, and 3 professional letters of recommendation. So ideally, at least one coming from their previous educational experience, and then one from a manager or a supervisor at work. We do have very quality faculty. We do have low student to faculty ratio. As I said, because the courses are hybrid, faculty are on campus, available to meet with students face-to-face if that's the desire of the student. But they're also obviously available via Teams or Zoom or whatever platform you want to use. Because we're associated with the healthcare system, we also have a very diverse learning resource center in terms of availability of journals and such, and all of that has 24-hour access. We have counseling and career services. We do have student financial services, and we have an academic support center as well that can help our graduate students with their writing, with APA, whatever they kind of need given the situation. And then we do some other co-curricular activities such as skills workshops and the ability to be involved in some community projects. Students also can be part of our college committees. We're always looking for student volunteers for that sort of thing. One thing that's very unique to us is that we have a global nursing initiative that is involved with the country of Japan and a number of different facilities across that great nation. It's been a great opportunity for us as faculty. We've sent students over there. I have gone over myself to do presentations, to do networking. We have had students from Japan come here as well to shadow our students. Also, they'll sometimes shadow staff at the medical center or staff that are out working in the community as well. So it's just a really great, unique opportunity for our students to get involved. It is a very long flight, but it is well worth it. And if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer. Thank you for the opportunity.
This is Linda Roberts again. I wanted to truly thank all of our presenters for your kindness, for your grace, for your patience, for your flexibility, everything that makes wonderful nurses we had here today. I wanted to thank our very wonderful team of Diane and Dee, who helped me getting this moving, and I want to thank everyone for your presentations and for your PowerPoints that we're able to move forward. And we did tape this. That was our primary goal, so that we would have this on tape so that we can post it on YouTube. So I'm not certain when it will be posted on YouTube. When it is, I will send you the link. And again, thank you all very much. We greatly appreciate your presentations and you today. And I think we're done. And if we can log off.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.